Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Geneforge 5. Oh, we've taken care of quite a bit of this stuff in the Storm Plains. The only place we haven't gone yet is the Paracalia Orchards, which I'm tempted to, but I don't think we really need to head south. So, let's take a look at the three forts over here. Let's start up here with Fort Defiance! It's an easy enough place to start with, I think. Don't you agree? Let's go. Alright then. At the top of this mountain pass, you reach the walls of Fort Defiance. It is a mix of old and new construction. Some of the fort is many decades old. Other sections have been recently rebuilt, probably repairing the damage caused by rebels. Now it is an imposing fortification, well defended and with thick granite walls. General Alwyn has done an effective job of rebuilding the line that holds the rebels back. If this fort has any sort of discipline at all, they might not welcome you just entering and walking around. Not unless you have a reason to be here. Well, we do. We have very good reason to be at Fort Defiance. Or one of the other two forts. Don't worry. We are allowed in. Let's see. Hello, turrets. Don't mind us. In the center of the fort, you see an unusual sight. A large pack of large, powerful creations standing in a circle. They are all staring inward at a tall, glowing crystal. It seems to have a hypnotic effect on them. It's an unusual object, perhaps unique. It soothes the creations and keeps them from wandering off or getting upset. If the Shapers figure out a way to replicate this stone, they would probably distribute copies all over Terestia. Yeesh, Rotgroths too? Wow. Various warriors and the like here. There are very few human warriors in Fort Defiance. They have gone a long time without being transferred or relieved, and the memory of the horrible days before General Alwyn arrived is fresh. You find them to be a quiet, shell-shocked crew. You don't learn much from them. Well, let's take a look around here, see what we can find. That door opens, leading into, I'm guessing this is a shaping hall. Looks like it. This small shaper laboratory has been laboriously dug out of the rock of the cliff face. Blast doors at the entrance can be closed in short notice, sealing it off in case of an accident. The one person in here is surprisingly cheery. She grins broadly when she sees you. Then she moves close to you, inspecting you as if you are a fascinating specimen. Then she remembers that you are an actual person. She steps back and says, "Oh, so sorry. I forget sometimes. I am Shaper Alexei, protector of this fort and gatherer of intriguing intelligence. It's interesting to see you." "Why are you inspecting me like that?" "Oh, it is all just part of my research. I hope I don't offend you. You're just so interesting." "How so?" "You are at the far border of shaper knowledge. You have clearly been modified extensively. It's so interesting to be able to see someone like you close up. It is very, very difficult to speak with someone like you." "Why?" "Because they are all rebels. I'm usually busy telling my creations to kill them." "Okay." Shaper Alexei continues to chat brightly with you, and yet, though she tries to hide, she is constantly inspecting you when she thinks you aren't looking. She finds you to be fascinating. There's something I'd like to discuss." "Oh, I don't know. I mean, you are fascinating, but your nature, it makes me think that I should send you to seek the commander first, to make sure you can be here. The commander is that way." She points to the north. "Commander is to the north. Very well. You hear howling and snarling. It comes from outside the east gate." "Huh. Okay then." You hear howling and snarling. Eesh, something's going on outside to the east. We're not going to go out to the east yet, though. Not until we've seen everything we can inside the gate. Okay. In here... What is this, a barracks? Looks like it's a barracks or a sleeping room for serviles, something like that. There's the east gate over there. Oh, I didn't want to talk to him. I wanted you to go up. Let's see. That's a building still under construction. Okay. Over here, more buildings still under construction. This one actually looks like it got damaged. That's trash. That's probably where the commander is, in there. Howling and snarling from outside. Still more from outside the east gate. Let's see. Captain Addison. Okay. There is an outsider sitting in this office. He wears the armor of a soldier, but there is no insignia of rank on his shoulder. This suggests that, whatever he does for the Shapers, it may not be savory. He looks you over with cold eyes, looking for signs of weakness or insufficient loyalty to the Shapers. He betrays nothing about his judgment. He says simply, "Greetings, I am Captain Addison." Tell me about this fort. This is the northern fort in the line, the main bulwark against the filthy rebels, a good central post from which to watch events. What do you watch for? Travelers, disruptions, spread of certain ideas, anything that would concern the Shapers. Addison stares at you silently. A cloud of awkwardness slowly expands, filling his office. He waits for you to speak, no doubt preparing to analyze and dissect your words. What is your purpose here? I have had the honor of being selected by the Shapers. I help to enforce their laws. Why did they pick you? I do not presume to understand their reasoning. They are above us. We trust them and they protect us. What laws do you enforce? I look for those who question their wisdom and I bring those individuals to their attention. And what of their wisdom do people question? What an odd question. You grew up exposed to them and to their ideas. You should know by now what the Shapers expect in return for their generosity. If you don't, they should know about it. I'm sure you agree. Any particular individuals you are interested in? He thinks, considering whether to share information with you. Finally, he shrugs. I have been told to give extra attention to the Trachovites. General Alwyn takes the threat posed by their ideas very seriously. So I locate them. And then, I bring them to the attention of my superiors, something I have done with great success. What happens then is not my concern. There's something I wish to discuss. Addison suddenly seems to lose interest in this conversation. I would love to discuss every little thing with you, but I have duties to perform for the Shapers. Please leave me. Okay. The commander of Fort Defiance is sitting calmly at her desk, flipping through maps and supply inventories and seemingly unconcerned about the hordes of the enemy outside the east wall. It's not surprising that this fort is run by an outsider. There aren't enough Shapers to occupy every position of importance. Of course, she is not able to give outsiders orders to any Shaper that might pass through. But of course you are not a Shaper. She looks up at you and curls her lip in distaste. I am Commander Belloy. I decide who can be here. I don't know you. If you have no permission to be here, you will have to go. I received an amulet from the hand of Alwyn himself. Cue the amulet. She looks closely at it. Ah, you're the one the Dracons asked for. I suppose you can pass through here, though you don't expect any trust from me. I will make sure that the east gate's open for you. How did the Dracons ask for me? I don't know. The messenger went to Fort Rockfall. We were lucky to get the message at all. Why? Because a rebel servile delivered it. Unidentified creations are lucky to get close to the forts of the line without instant incineration. For all we know, a dozen serviles had tried to bring the message and their bones around the fields right now. Still here. Anything I can say to get you to move on? Tell me about this fort. Excellent question. And the first one any decent spy would ask, yes? This is the northernmost fort of the line. Under Alwyn's leadership, we retook these mountains. Then we rebuilt the forts and we were left with one mission. Which was, hold the line or die. If another Unbound passes through here, it will leave our corpses behind it. One look at her face tells you that she is speaking in deadly earnest. Her determination to keep further chaos out of the storm plains is absolute. Anything I should know about the lands to the east? Ha! They are full of creations, constantly killing each other and anyone they don't recognize. Some are made by us, some by the rebels. I think you will find no difference in how they treat you. That amulet might protect you once you get away from the fort, but don't put too much trust in trinkets. Will the amulet protect me from all the creations? From what I heard, the Dracon message included that amulet. It's like ones the Shapers had, but altered. Probably taken off of a dead Shaper. The Dracon said that your amulet will protect you from the creations out in the wastes. I wouldn't put too much trust in it, though. For example, the rogues that wander outside our east gate are a hungry, mad lot. I don't think that anything would keep them from dining on a tasty humanoid flesh. Any advice from me? Stay close to the road. That is usually where the freshest creations patrol before they go mad and wander off. Any rogue still sane enough to recognize the amulet will be there. What sort of creations are out there? Big ones. Anything small, your Attila, your Fjords, they get eaten by bigger creations pretty quickly. Okay then. I'm not gonna pick any locks right now. Can't get anything from him. Alright, let's see if we can... Now that we've spoken with Commander, let's see if we can get anything from the Shaper down here. Alright, tell me about this fort, Alexei. Oh, I don't know much about it. I'm always in here. We keep the rebel invaders out of the storm plains. As for me, I make the defenders. All those creations outside, they're mine. Only one Shaper defends this fort? One Shaper is an army. As my creations die, I make more. With a good supply of essence, I can keep the Glachs coming to hold off the assault until reinforcements arrive. My being here means we need fewer human soldiers. Humans have been in short supply lately. That's a depressing thing to say. What is that big crystal in the central courtyard? Marvelous, wasn't it? It was found in a nearby mine just as the rebellion reached the storm plains. Instead of taking it to the foundry for research, it was brought here instead. It keeps the creations pacified, frees me up to make more of them. What do you research here? When I'm not busy defending the fort, I am tasked by the council to study bard creation types and illicit shaping. My position here is very useful for that. That makes you fascinating to me. That reminds me, if you are traveling to Restia and would like to be well paid, you can help us. What sort of illicit creations do you study? Bard types, like the drakes that patrol the wastes, the podlings and the modified beetles, and the unbound, of course. From this fort I can see bard creations every day. It helps me understand how they are developing and how they spread. For later elimination, of course. Ah, so the podlings were created by the rebels and are barred. That makes a bit more sense why they're all over the place. You would still wipe them out? Your cheery demeanor doesn't fade for a moment. Of course, that is the law. Look at all the carnage in Terestia, all caused by drakes, dracons, gazes, bard creations all. Tell me about illicit shaping. Canisters? Serviles with magical powers? Serviles who are even able to shape? You have seen more of this than I. And what can I do for you? There's a part of my task that I have had a hard time completing. I need to gather lost Shaper documents and keep them out of rebel hands. Along with studying illicit shaping, I must keep more of it from taking place. If you find stray Shaper research notes, I will pay you well to give them to me. This will help improve your standing with my kind, and I may even give you additional rewards for good performance. And of course, this offer doesn't only apply to mere notes and scribbles. Any loose Shaper knowledge is of interest. Oh, we'll keep it in mind. Nothing we have, though, so that's all we have there. Okay, all that leaves is the east gates here, and God only knows what creations are going to be out there, especially with all the howling and snarling I'm hearing. Okay. Well, let's see what's out here. You stare out the open gate at the field east of the fort. It has been ravaged by numerous battles. Fresh tracks crisscross the clearing. Patrols of creations frequently approach, prodding for weaknesses in the defenses. If you want to pass through to the east peacefully, you will have to be careful to evade the patrols. Evade the patrols, eh? Well, I don't see anything yet. There's probably creations up in here. Oh shit, Rockgroths! Stay away from those! Far away. I'm not dealing with Rockgroths. Huh. And that leads to the Northwest Wasteland. Well, okay then. There's not much else to do here. I think that was actually probably a fairly short episode. So, I'm gonna end it here. For now. Yes, for now I'm going to end it there. Next episode, we will take a look at the next fort in the line, because, hey, I want to see all the forts. We've gone through one, we still need to go through the other two, see what we can do. That'll be in the next episode. Till then, I am Chester44, that is E, King, Shuriken, and Random Thought. This has been a Geneforge 5 Let's Play, and I will see you all next time.